G'day viewers, well, I've got one of these devices. This is a 1.8 kilowatt ZVS induction heater, but I'm seriously lacking power. That did push it a little bit, but yeah, that's only a 1000 watt capable bloody lower dang step down buck converter. So I got those Allen batteries out there for a reason, all topped up. I'm going to put them in series for 48 volts. This is rated for 48 volts. 48 volts at 1.8 kilowatts this is rated for. It's got good Panasonic fans. Panaflow, they look like they're recycled fans, which is, they work fine. The bearings are still good. Nothing wrong with recycling fans. Good quality Panasonics too, even better. I just put this coil and gave it a test on my Wurading buck converter and blew the slow blow fuse, and yeah, it pulled it down a bit. This got a bit, I burnt the, had all the grease all over it and that all burnt off. It didn't get enough to destroy the zinc though, because the power supply was seriously lacking power there. I think that's got big IGBTs on it. I'm not sure the MOSFETs they actually are. I can't get a good reading on them. 4 of those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 capacitors, like a tank. I think it's like a, what is it? I think it's a tank circuit, I think, if I remember off the top of my head. Two conductors there. Pretty simple circuit. I decided to buy one rather than build one and use my ZVS drive, even though I already did. I wanted something more powerful and pre-made, so this is better. Much better. Very powerful. I won't have to put some elbows in here and run a water pump and pump water through this coil to cool it. It got a little bit hot. There's a DC step down converter for the fans. I'm going to stick it on the side there like that so it doesn't short. That's just a step to 48 volts, step to 12 volts for these fans. Okay, 2 of the best batteries I've got of Allen. Let's try 2 of the best Allen batteries together. These 2 are the weaker one, this one being the weakest. So we'll just try 24 volts, run this thing at half the power, and let's see how that goes. I get some jumper leads, hook this thing up. Might get a bit of losses, but it's good for a test. Alright, I'll just find something quick to induction heat. Let's just try this. Yeah, it should burn me. That's what I'm at the other end. Run this thing at half the power, get that wire out the way before it shorts out. Burns through. Yeah, it's gotten warm. Yeah, probably too much for it. It's hot. I got a thinner bit of metal here. See here, it's actually the coil's heating up there itself. It's not the best idea. As I said, I've got to run some fittings on here and run water through that coil. Yeah, it got hot. I get a thinner bit of metal just so I can make it more obvious to see it glow. Those batteries have got power, but because it's only a 24 instead of 48 volts it's required, it's taking longer to heat that big mass up. As it heats up, it puts something in that coil that'll pour more power. It's got something to induce into. That's what I thought, maybe that. Needs something that's not inductible, so to speak, to stand it on so I can melt it. I've got to make a little crucible up of something to melt in there. Something that's not going to melt, I can hold this in the centre. Something I can't induce and waste energy into to hold this up, it's not going to burn as it melts. What can I do? Yeah, maybe that would go away. That might melt though. Let's just do a quick test. I won't hold it for too long, it's going to burn my finger. Yeah, it's a bit warm. This is more obvious because it's more mass. can't hold that any longer. Starting to burn my hand. Hiya! Yeah, that hurts. That's burning my hand. Woohoo! Yeah, I'm gonna make up a cooling system. As you can see, the coil gets hot itself. That's not ideal. So, with that sort of power, definitely need to run water through that copper pipe and a little convection cooled system. I have got a actually, I think I have a windscreen wiper washer pump motor. I've got one somewhere in storage I haven't popped. It'd be perfect for that. I'll run some hose to it. Well, the camera just fucking had an SD card error again, a bloody thing. Well, I just did a voltage check while the bloody camera was fixing itself up. Went from 13.8 down to 11.6 volts on both those batteries. That thing sucks some power. As I was saying, I've got a wiper washer pump in storage I'm going to plumb into this. And then run some extensions on this copper pipe out here and just plug the hoses in and run water through that coil. It's ideal when you got that amount of power going through it. Yeah, the copper pipe, after you extend that and run it through a wiper washer pump motor through there, that'll be adequate enough, and go to a little convection cooling system, little bottle, and pump water through that and just recirculate it, and that will just keep it cool, just so that coil doesn't overheat. Yeah, you've got a discoloration in that coil, hot spots. That can cause losses and things like that, so it's not ideal to have that. Despite the losses in my setup, it seemed to work quite well. Things got a little bit hot there at that, yeah, with that amount of losses I had. Pretty a neat beast, this thing. As I said, 1.8 kilowatts. It's a nice beast. I bought a high-powered ZVS pre-built kit too. I think it was a musical Tesla coil kit. I think it's from the same manufacturer I got this from in China. Nice and cheap, nice and powerful. As you can see, when it was shipped, they bumped the heat so you can snap the posts off the board there. So, don't have to fix that. That came out of the heatsink there, see? They packaged it just in bloody foam plastic in a bag, but no box. No. Yeah, the shipping was cheap for a reason. Luckily this thing is intact, so except for this I'll have to fix that. Don't want to put too much stress on the component and then fix this up. I might mount this on something. Make up a little installation base to sit it on, with my pump and my water tank to keep this coil cool. I'll have to take the fans off to make the terminations, because you can't really get to the terminations there. But yeah, it's a beast. Kicks ass. Anyway, I actually brought my meters over here too. Having my shelving like this, I can save a lot of space. All my meters I can store like that on shelving in boxes. That'll work out extremely well when a shed's built. So I made a couple of amendments to my shed. Here's my plan. Wall will be here, back wall will be here, and it's going to go to about here. 200 mil away from the fence. All the way up here. This will be the front of the shed, the doors will be here. And it's going to go across here. Well, the other corner will be just here. Just, well, yeah, here where I'm standing. It's about half a metre away from the tree. I'll trim the tree, the coil lid of the shed, and that'll keep the shed nice and cool in the summertime. So it's quite a large shed, so I'll be happy with that. And I'll have rounded the back up and put pavers down here like I did over there. And I can fit everything in that shed that's in my container. My TV is on my meters. Run some shelving like this to put my meters on. And have cupboards and that to put the radios and stuff in. And my TVs, the old vintage ones, they'll stack easily. They're easily stackable as they are because of the box shape that they are. I can just stack them along the wall, display them in there. And my BPC ones, I can keep the best ones and shelve those. So I got another big shelf to come to put those in. And they'll fit in my shed. So all my stuff will fit in that container for sure. that will fit in that container, will fit in that shed. I should have a bit of room left over if I design the shelving good, which I'm pretty sure I will have a bit of time now. Because everything's in my container, I just chucked them in there, left them piled up, stacked, but it's all cluttered. I just, yeah. When I have the shed done, it'll be a different story. It'll be nice and neat and shelved. I can get to where I need to get to in there. This sort of stuff here will be, probably put shelving in here later on. Not sure yet. But I've got other cupboards to come in that are in the container anyway. I've got my Space Labs power supply home. Maybe I'll get another raw dang buck converter and just change its face. I'll put a buck converter in here. Because it's got a nice American made linear power supply in there. It's kind of beefy, up to 24 volts I think, at about, I think it's 5-6 amps. That'd be good for a base to put the convert into a bench power supply. But it was my original intention with this set, to turn it into a bench power supply, using its 90% original components. So, take the battery charging board out and replace it with a buck converter, a raw dang buck converter. That thing would be a nice, professional looking homemade bench power supply. Yeah, speaking of my ZVS heater, this thing was put to the ultimate test. It did the job, but it's seriously lacking power. That buck converter is only rated to 1000 watts tops. So with a proper transformer on that thing, I could only run it at 1000 watts, so run this at half the power anyway. Proper beefy. Stick that on there. Well, yeah, this is nice. This is a beast. I could have some fun with this. I think Anthony high 1 voltage one rules. I think he got a similar one ages ago. This seems to be an improved one, which been around for a while. It's pretty simple circuit. Just a beast. Absolute bloody beast. That thing kicks ass. Anyway, I'll piss the batteries off to it here. The big one just wasn't worth it. It dropped cells and started shorting out going, nah, that's it, no more conversion that one there. So I took it back to where it came from, in the scrap pile. I've also I'll work on this later on. I'll store all this stuff later on. I'm going to make up a little bucket to put these batteries in, my popping bank. Then I'll set my PFC caps up when I get a chance and do some can crushing. So all these, I'm going to keep all these. And one day I'll test that little rotor out and use that little rotor to pop these batteries, see how it goes. This one is a beast for that, but we'll see how this little one here goes. Give this thing a good run for its money. 150 amp this one. That should be more than enough to pop batteries with. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. So yeah, the shed is a good project. Much a nice size. I can fit everything in there. So when everything is here, I'm going to have some more fun videos to come when I get a chance. Anyway, thanks for watching.